Good morning, beautiful people. Hoping this message finds you well and safe. So, I found myself asking a question. I think some of the greatest solutions to perceived problems started with a question. And the question is, what's wrong? We say about kids, what's wrong with these kids? My mom would ask me all the time, and it would catch me off guard. She'd be like, boy, what's wrong with you? Wrong. And so I'm out here, beautiful downtown Chicago, and I'm thinking to myself, why does something have to be wrong? There's a defect. And then, of course, that takes me down this critical thinking path, and I'm asking myself, what do I understand it means to be a defect? What's a defect? Like a flaw or an imperfection or a fault. And then my brain starts spiraling to how you describe a person. And then I go to defector. And then it hit me. Some of the greatest people we either pray or aspire to be on a technicality fit the definition of what it means to be a defector. So a defector is a person who leaves or flees a country or a cause and either joins the opposition or arguably forms another, right? So everybody just be patient with me on this one. How is Jesus not a defector? If there was a common cause of the people and someone perceives there to be a flaw with that and you leave it, that makes you a defector, right? How is Elon Musk, Bill Gates, pick one, pick one, personal, professional, athletically, how are some of the greatest people that you aspire to be not considered defectors? And so then I started thinking about my own journey and where I would have been considered to be a defector too. So you grow up in places, wherever you grow up in places, and there's a common mindset. This is what we do here. But what if you reject that and you decide to do what it is you want to do and not subscribe to what the group wants to do? That would make you a defector. And what if becoming a defector makes you great? I am humbled by the number of calls I get to participate in conversations rooted in the concept of belonging. And I'm wondering if maybe the solution isn't to address the defectors, because defectors are not bad people, but they can be. So for example, in your organization, if there is a common mindset that we respect and value all as they show up or choose to be, and you have a person who rejects that or defects that in your workplace, are you required to give them space for that? I am personally meeting some defectors in your organization. They are rejecting your organizational culture, and we are providing space for them to do that in the workplace. I think everybody should be allowed to believe whatever they want to believe. Anybody who knows me knows I am not going to argue about your truth. I'm going to let your truth be true. But what I do not have to do is give you space for that in my space. The only thing that allows a defector to thrive is if they have space to be defecting. So I have not figured out what to do about it yet. but I know that I will, because now I can't stop thinking about it. So here's what I want you to do with this, so I'm not holding hostages. Everything starts with a question. The question I'm focused on is, like, what's wrong? What's wrong with this? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with them? That's where we always start. And we view something as different as having a flaw. And if that person or that thing rejects that there's something wrong with them or there's a flaw about it, they will leave and create another. A person will leave and create another movement, another religion, another cause. A thing that you consider to be a flaw will become a brand new thing that other people want. A system that you consider to be broken or have a flaw will give birth to another system that mimics that other people prefer. And it will put you in a position to either embrace it or remove it entirely. That's the same thing with the mindset. So I'm going to offer this to you. Maybe the solution is for you to defect. I am a result of the defections I have made in my life. From group think, from group behavior, from group values. There is nothing wrong with me. There is nothing wrong with you. So, as always, I hope this message finds you well and safe and healthy and patient and diligent. I hope it finds you asking the appropriate questions. I hope it correctly identifies you as something being wrong or flawed. And when required or necessary, I hope it finds you with the courage to defect. Stay safe, everybody, and I will see you next time.